the wild winds call. Jasper's walking, taking pictures of it all. Boots on the ground, heart in the sky, following the blazes, just a rambling guy. Through the valleys, over the hills, chasing that freedom, feeling the thrill. With every sunrise, he's finding his way, living the dream, one step a day. Trail named Jasper, walking on through Bruce Trail, bound with a camera view, hiking the ridges, chasing the light. Like and subscribe.
Well, it was about a year ago. We were in this exact same spot right here, the Sentier Trail, Rideau. And we went to the west side of Kingston as we headed north out of Kingston, and then of course towards Ottawa. But this time, today, we're going to do something a little different. This time we're going to head around the east side of Kingston. Again, second attempt of the Rideau Trail. Wow. August the 17th. It's a Sunday. It's about 11 a.m. We traveled this morning from Cornwall on the megabus, which was hot and full and expensive, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Anyhow, here we are. Oh yeah. The second attempt of the Rideau Trail. We were successful on our first attempt. Let's see if the second attempt will be successful. And as I say, this time there's two routes for the Rideau Trail out of from the waterfront, City Hall, and so on in Kingston. The west route and the east route. Well, last time we did the west route. This time we're going to do the east route. So I haven't got a clue where it goes. Haven't got a clue if it's blazed, marked. Don't know. Haven't seen a blaze yet. But then again, we just started. We do have our paper map. And of course we have Gaia, and we have all trails to help us if we need to. What I think about this side of the trail is, on this particular route out of Kingston, is I think we're going to pick up the KP trail very quickly, to be honest with you, rather than walking through all the streets and so on that we did last time. The weather, well, it's windy right now. Maybe you see the trees bouncing around, and we could get quite a bit of much needed rain. We haven't had rain here in Ontario for quite a while. So without any further ado, until I know where the heck I'm going, let's just get to hiking, shall we? Okay, so we know we are on trail. Yes, we are. So what we're going to connect to, here we are, here it is, and this is what we were looking for. First of all, the Kingston Shoreline route, but this is a Rideau Trail, blue blaze, not the orange blaze, but the blue blaze. That is the confidence marker, if you will, that we were looking for. Now we know where we are. Wasn't bad, but after, it was 20 minutes before I saw one of those blazes from the southern terminus. But that's okay too. Lots of graffiti to my left, and the waterway to my right. Yeah, and the trail right ahead of me. So this part, last year when I did the hike and I went all along the waterfront and around the west side of Kingston, it was very, very, very built up, and through a lot of, as I kind of started, I turned north just through streets of houses and so on, and across busy highways and this type of thing. And so when I looked at the map and I saw the alternate or blue blaze around the east side of Kingston, I thought to myself, you know what, I'm definitely going to give that a try this time and just see. And right now, it's not really built up where I am. I mean, there's houses and buildings and apartments, but so far, this now is nice, easygoing trail. And yeah, okay. So again, welcome to day one of the Rideau Trail. Jasper here. Thank you for joining me. We're looking at 2 weeks. It's about, well, last time it was 350 kilometers. We have some daytime joggers, but last time it was 350 kilometers. There were sections last time. I'm sure there were sections this time where I have to kind of, for a kilometer or two, make my own trail because it just wasn't marked very well, and it was so really almost impassable swampland at certain areas. So I had to make adjustments. I'm sure I'll have to make adjustments this time. However, this is Jasper's hike of the Rideau Trail, northbound through hike attempt. Yeah, for 2025. Oh, happy days, happy days. So on this particular trail, I'm seeing lots of discarded garbage and lots of kind of makeshift tent encampments and so on. These are not through hikers. These are just people living in their own kind of encampments. More trash here. Trail. Quite possibly going to another encampment. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh well, keep moving forward. So it is windy out today. Maybe you can see from the trees. Gray. Temperatures around 23, 24 degrees Celsius, which is a nice break from the 32, 33, 31 degrees Celsius. Much easier to hiking. So on the Blue Blaze, we have one on this post to my right, and we are on the KP Trail, Kingston, of course. So around the east end of Kingston, it is noticeably, what can I call it? Well, noticeably kind of a rougher, needier side of town. There's lots and lots of garbage strewn around in piles, kind of tent city encampments. We went past really a kind of a rough looking institution. It looked to me from the people, there were people that may have that may need help with addiction problems. So the east end of town to me looks, it's more of a needier side of town, more of a side of town where maybe the people could use a little help, a little guidance, a little support, maybe, compared to, say, the west side. However, having said that, I have no reservations at all or regrets about taking trying the east side of town, and I would do this side again, because after walk through all the streets with all the homes, I don't know if you can see, there's a blaze on the telegraph pole ahead of me. There's two, the burgundy with the white arrow and white is the KP Trail, the one above it is the Rideau Blue Blaze marker. Okay, we just came over a bridge and crossed a major highway, which happened to be the highway that we came in from. off the 401. So the 401 is just over there. So we're now basically at the top of the city already. Now we're going to go along quite a ways, and then we're going to cross, I think, if my memory serves me right, underneath the 401, but that's not for a while yet. That's several kilometers away. Time, well, let's have a look. See what the time is right now. Well, basically 12:15. So we got to the top of the city basically within an hour this way. That's pretty damn good, for sure. Howdy. A happy person. So yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We do cross a highway up here, and to the left, just down a little bit, was a gas station with a store. I remember thinking, and right there is where I connect to the west side of the town, Rideau Trail, if you will. But I remember thinking last year when I was here, I could get my camp water right there at that gas station. I can't recall where there was water after that until where I camped. But I knew I picked up water before that last time. It was hot, much hotter last year. I forget. Anyhow, I picked up my water at another gas or another convenience store before I got to that gas station. So I may just pick up water there and say, you know what, I've got it, don't worry about it for camp. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Just a little update. We are doing fine. Oh, by the way, I am using Gaia again, like I did last time. Gaia kept me on track. It's also kept me on track again so far this morning, or so far today on day one. Okay. Let's just keep going. Yes, right on trail, and to my left, Tim Hortons. Let's just go in there, get a small coffee. I would like to use the washroom, maybe a donut, take a quick, 10-15 minute sit down and carry on. Why not indeed? Perfect. Well, that was a delightful break. I had a small coffee and one donut, and we're up. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups now. And we're on our way. I elected to pack out a 1 liter of water, which I got from the washrooms. I filled a 1 liter smart bottle. So I thought, well, I'll do that. That way I'm not going to go to the gas station, which is off trail down here, and buy water. But I couldn't recall for the life of me where water was. So I said, you know what, I'll pack out a liter. I still have pretty much all my 600 ml electrolyte water also. So that 1 liter, that'll be fine for tonight's camp for dinner. And then if I didn't find water between, say north of the 401 and before camp, I'd say to top up another liter for breakfast, then I would just have my breakfast when I find water in the morning. So I'm good. Now, no, at least I know now I'm good for dinner tonight. For water, that is. Okay. So, got a little bit more rain, but I'm still in a t-shirt. It's just a fine mist right now. The road's damp. We drastically lead rain. If you're from Ontario, you know that. But anyhow, we're doing just fine. We're on the KP/Rideau Trail. Yeah. So we left kind of, well, for now anyhow, we've left that residentially kind of area, problem area if you will, very much into an industrial or commercial area. But passing that Tim Hortons just kind of out of the blue made me think of Well, let's talk for a moment about what kind of facilities, services, and so on we have on the Rideau Trail. Well, I hadn't done the east side or the east end of side of Kingston before, so I had no idea that that particular Tim Hortons was there. We just walked upon it, which was great. I love those. But on the trail in general, we have lots of facilities, lots of resupply options. For instance, tomorrow afternoonish, whenever tomorrow, we'll go right through Sydenham, right past I think it's Food Lion or whatever, no, not maybe Food Lion, sorry, IGA, something like that, grocery store. And just a couple of 100 yards down the street is a restaurant, although tomorrow's Monday. I'm not sure if the restaurant will be open for sure, but we stopped there last time and that was good. 3 days after that, we go right through Westport, which will be on Thursday, all things being equal. I'm thinking of a motel night on Thursday at the Westport Motel, but we'll see. I haven't booked one, but I know they have vacancies as of this moment, so we can resupply and get whatever town food right there too. From Westport, heading north, 2 days later, we go right through Perth. Again, resupply, there's a metro there, and there's hotels on Highway 17 if a person wants that are reasonably priced, and of course restaurants. From Perth, it's a 1 day push, excuse me, I believe, if memory serves me right, to Smith Falls. Oh my goodness, excuse me, I have no idea what's going on in there. Anyhow, another 1 day push to Smith Falls. There's lots of resupply, really good. Walmart, Canadian Tire, everything you want, restaurants, the whole bit. And we get to hopefully camp at the lock. We did last year. From Smith Falls, we push north to Merrickville, same thing. There's a grocery store, there's coffee shops, restaurants, and again, lock camping. Last year the locks cost $5.50. After Merrickville, what was there? I forget. But as I pushed north, I believe it was a detour off trail, took me into Richmond, where there was grocery stores, Shoppers, Drug Mart. It's a big town. There was a detour off trail. Restaurant, I had a nice omelet there at a Greek restaurant. Yeah, and things like that. There was lots. And then of course you start to approach the outskirts after that. Within a day or so, the outskirts of Ottawa, and you start to see things again. So there's lots of opportunities for town food, for resupply. Yeah, I just thought I'd kind of run that by you, just to let you know that there is lots on this particular trail. It's not as sparse as some trails we've done. Anyhow, let's keep moving forward. Well, as you know, one of my favorite things to see on a map, you are here. Yeah, it was just right here. We had our coffee, I guess, or maybe here, I don't know, somewhere here. Actually, maybe right there. We were there somewhere, right there. We had just had our coffee. We're now here. We're gonna go here. Here's a 401 along this way. Eventually we'll cross the 401 and head north. Oh yeah, I'm a happy camper. I really am. Just been on trail. This will be the last through hike for 2025. I get this finished in about 2 weeks, somewhere around right at the end of, just so you can see here, there is a right turn confidence marker, or blaze, the blue one. So we're still on the blue trail down here, still on the actual Rideau Trail. Anyhow, yeah, so this will be the last through hike for 2025. We'll finish this one at the end of August, and then my bus, train, whatever, back from Ottawa. I'm hoping in Ottawa at the end of this to stay at the Siltio, I think it's called, jail hostel. That was great last year. I'd like to spend 1, possibly 2 nights there and then head back. But anyhow, I go back to Cornwall and then relax for a day and then pick up Joanne, of course. Then we head back to Toronto where we head to Toronto where we're going to spend, I think, about 6 to 7 days at my daughter's house. She's going on a trip, so I'm going to be looking after her cats. And then I go back to Meaford, to my summer home. Yeah, that's what's kind of going on in Jasper's world. Okay. But for the next 2 weeks, by the way, for the next 2 weeks, we are on trail. 350 kilometers. Kingston to Ottawa. The Rideau Trail through hike. Whew. Oh yeah. And I'm going to have some hard times. I know I am on this trail. I know I did last year. But that's through hiking. And I just love every minute of it. Sure, I love it when I come to a coffee shop. Of course I do. I'll take a latte, please. Every time. But the challenges, the hardships, the pain, the tears, the blood, often it's blood. Let me show you something. Let me just show you something. This is, now I don't know if there's anybody here, and I hope there's not. But this is one of those encampments that I was telling you about. Now there's nobody here right now, I guess. But just take a look, or at least I hope there's nobody here. There's bed, mattress, just garbage strewn around, but this has been encampment for sure. Maybe they've been moved on. I don't know. And just a mess, just a dump. My God. Anyhow, I just want to show you that because there's lots of this stuff in Kingston. More so than, say, well, where the Bruce Trail goes through Hamilton, right through the town or the city. I've seen encampments and stuff, but much more here. I don't know if that's just a path it takes to each town respectively, or if Kingston has more of a problem, I don't know. But there's a lot of this. Lots of it. Right there, Sydenham Road, and the trail crosses Sydenham Road. 401, just up to my right. And the KP / Rideau Trail continues, except now we are back on to the actual original Rideau Trail. So the blazes we will see from here on in should be orange. In fact, I think I see one in this tree to my right of the trail. No, not the orange pylon in the middle of the trail, but the orange blaze right there. Coming up to the 401 underpass, a tunnel. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. From here, well, that was a delightful break. I had a small coffee and one donut, and we're up. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups now. And we're on our way. I elected to pack out a 1 liter of water, which I got from the washrooms. I filled a 1 liter smart bottle. So I thought, well, I'll do that. That way, I'm not going to go to the gas station, which is off trail down here, and buy water. But I couldn't recall, for the life of me, where water was. So I said, you know what? I'll pack out a liter. I still have pretty much all my 600 ml electrolyte water also. So that 1 liter, that'll be fine for tonight's camp for dinner. And then if I didn't find water between, you know, say north of the 401 and before camp, I'd say to top up another liter. for breakfast, then I would just have my breakfast when I find water in the morning. So I'm good. Now, no, at least I know now I'm good for dinner tonight. For water, that is. Okay. Okay. So, got a little bit more rain, but I'm still in a t-shirt. It's just a fine mist right now. The road's damp. We drastically lead rain. If you're from Ontario, you know that. But anyhow, we're doing just fine. We're on the KP/Rideau Trail. Yeah. Day one goes pretty well. I'm happy with day one so far. Okay. Well, from here, now there's some water right there. And that's running water. You know what? That is running water right there. Yes, it is. I am going to filter a 2nd liter out of there and have full camp water. Okay, let me get that done and we'll get right back to you. Okay, water filtered, going under the tunnel. Oh, some rail trail cyclists heading our way. Oh yeah. Hi. Howdy. So, having filtered the water brings to mind pack weight. So, when I started this morning with my food, all my gear, everything I was going to need, and 600 milliliters of electrolyte water, my pack was about 29 and a half pounds. I'm now carrying an additional 2 liters of water. I'm about 34 pounds. That's about as heavy as I'll be on this trail, depending now, but give or take maybe a pound more than that when I leave Westport. It's hard to say. When I leave Sydenham tomorrow for the 3-day hop to Westport. But you know what, probably not. So yeah, that's as heavy as the pack will get on this particular hike. Okay, just thought I'd mention that. Let's just keep pushing. One of the features that they have on the Rideau Trail is Rideau Trail Association waypoint markers. This one is 02A. And let me see now. Okay. Yeah. There was just more information I was reading there that I hadn't noticed last time. Oh, garbage can. I think I have one little wrapper, so that can go in there for my Kit Kat bar, I believe. Although maybe it's in the other pocket. Well, golly, I have one. Let me dig it out. Where is it? Oh, here it is. One wrapper. Yeah, I like those waypoint markers because they coincide with the paper markers. The paper maps which I'm using. And it really does help distance, timing, and basically where the hell am I? And nice orange blaze or confidence marker on the tree. And yeah, pushing north. We just came off the KP trail. We will be back on the KP trail at some point, but right now we're on single file trail. Oh, there's a blaze up there in the tree right here. You see that blaze? And last year it was on this section of trail somewhere. I don't recall where, but I'll probably recognize it, where I camped on night one. But there's a lot where we turned off the KP trail onto the Rideau. Man, there was an obstacle course of blown down trees and uncleared clutter. But anyhow, we're through that. We're on, as I say, the single file forest trail. And let's see, first of all, if we do recall, in fact, yeah, if we do recall where we camped, because I really don't know, but we might recall it. So this trail goes that way, and yet markers tell me to go this way for the Rideau Trail. See, the Rideau Trail, very, very rarely and poorly traveled, unfortunately. All the trails around it traveled well, such as, of course, the KP Trail. But there could be some changes, because I don't recall all this lumber work last year. Although I just don't know. It could have been here now I think about it. But anyhow, that's fine. We're just following trail. As I'd mentioned earlier, we're going to follow the trail the very, very best we can and improvise where needed. So right now, it's a little after 4 o'clock. We do have camp water, and we're right on trail. We just climbed over a stile behind us, right there, over there. Oh, there's a southbound marker right on that tree if you see it. So we're right on trail. And I remember coming through here last year and thinking, well, this would be a good spot to camp in. If you find a little quiet area. This is farmland. Find a little quiet area, say behind some trees or bushes or something, that would be suitable. Well, I'm just thinking out loud right now, but I'd like to, you know, as I say, I have camp water, so I can call it a day at any time, and we'll be, I don't know, we started at 11 this morning. It will be something a little over 20 kilometers in for the day if we kind of, you know, find a spot in here. So we'll see. We'll just see what it looks like. Well, dinner at the end of day 1 is ramen noodles, one of my chicken pouches, and a spoon of instant potatoes. I have oatmeal, and I think I'm going to have a cookie, one of the Big Daddy cookies, for dessert. So we got on trail at about 11 o'clock this morning after we traveled from Cornwall on Megabus and had our breakfast and so on. And we have done 20.4 kilometers today. So that's putting us in good stead for our first day. I think tomorrow, if I calculated correctly, it's somewhere around 17-ish kilometers to Sydenham. There we'll can get some town food if we wish, a meal. If the restaurant's open. It was open the last time I went and I got a burger. It was good. Plus I, charged some of my electrical banks. But tomorrow, Monday, don't know. I can pick up a few supplies if I need them. For the push to Westport from the Foodland. I think it's a Foodland that's in Sydenham. Either way, I'll have a look and see. I don't need much if I do, but a few things just to make sure I'm good for the 3-day hop to Westport from Sydenham. That's pretty much it. Today was uneventful. It's been an easygoing day. It did not rain here, except I do have my raincoat on. It did start raining enough just to make me stop and put my pack cover on and my rain jacket, light rain jacket on, but it didn't materialize into anything. So that is the end of day 1. You know what? It's been a great day, easygoing day today, no problems whatsoever. So tomorrow, let's hope it's the same. Tomorrow, I've just looked on the map and I seem to recall this right at the bottom end of Gould Lake, which is just before you enter Frontenac Park. It's marked on my map as parking and picnic and a tent symbol. And I think I recall where that was, because when I was there, there was a young gentleman teaching a lady. He was from the outfitters, local outfitters, and he was teaching a lady canoeing, or kayaking, sorry. And I sat there and had a coffee and a break. So there's water there, good water, because I filtered water out there and had my coffee and stuff. I'm not sure, somewhere around maybe 27, 28 kilometers from here, which would be a great day if I made it there. And yeah, I'll have to look into that a little bit more. It shows you a camping symbol on these paper maps from the Rideau, but there's no name or anything to look up, so it's difficult to know exactly what it is. But I do recall it. I think I recall it, if it's the same place. So, you know what? That might be tomorrow's goal, but we'll know more about that tomorrow. You all have a good night. We'll talk to you guys in the morning for the beginning of day 2. Bye-bye.